Hello and welcome. For PC gaming enthusiasts, you're probably already aware of the leak of AMD's FSR3 development kit. For those who might not be familiar, this software is integrated into some games, providing a significant increase in performance, resulting in a gain of a few FPS. FSR3 has arrived to show that it means business, allowing for almost doubling the FPS in certain games, even on Nvidia, AMD, or Intel GPUs. It becomes the definitive upscaling method for those seeking higher FPS or for those with older hardware.
This video is offered by the members and Patreons of the channel. Thank you for your support.
I decided to test some games that support this new feature. Currently, we can't use it in any game. The game must already have support for some version of FSR, and we use a mod to replace FSR2 with FSR3. If you're interested, I can test the same games on the GTX 970 to give you an idea of how far older hardware can go. If you want me to make this video, leave a comment. Additionally, there's a program on Steam that allows you to use FSR3 on emulators. I plan to bring this feature to you soon. First, let's analyze the tests that use DLSS 2, FSR2, and FSR3 to see which performs better with Nvidia graphics cards. We'll use two games, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered and The Witcher 3 in its next-gen version. Starting with The Witcher 3, in the comparison between DLSS and FSR2, it's clear that DLSS has a slight advantage, as it's running on Nvidia hardware. However, when compared to FSR3, we often have more than double the performance. Remember that I always record in the same location, using the same settings. In this case, I'm using Ultra Plus and Tracing Ultra. In Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, although the result isn't as impressive as The Witcher 3, there's a gain of over 30 FPS. I must note that since this mod is still in beta, there may be small issues, such as with subtitles or the HUD, for example. Overall, there may be glitches in stationary objects or in layers above the rendered graphics. At least in the first two games tested, I didn't notice any visual problems. However, in faster-paced games, it's impossible not to notice the better quality of DLSS. Using FSR, there are sometimes ghosting effects, and it's noticeable that there are some pixels mixed in the middle of the environments. However, the performance gain from FSR3 is still incredible. Before we move on to the next tests, I'd like to remind everyone that if you're enjoying this type of content, don't forget to leave your like so that this video can reach even more people. And if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to subscribe to be the first to receive all the latest news. Now, talking about The Last of Us Part 1, from here on, we'll leave DLSS aside, as it has practically the same performance as FSR2, only with a bit more visual quality. In The Last of Us game, the result is similar to The Witcher, with double the performance. However, here is where I notice more graphical artifacts, especially in subtitles, which flicker as the character moves. On the other hand, both ray tracing and the game run very smoothly, with just a bit of ghosting. Hogwarts Legacy was the game where I got the worst performance, but even so, using FSR3, I was able to almost triple the performance. The little I played didn't allow me to notice any severe graphical glitches. It's a shame that this game is still poorly optimized to this day. Finally, the game of the moment was Cyberpunk 2077. I had to acquire this game just to record this video, so make sure to hit the like and share button so I can monetize this content. For those who don't know, currently, Cyberpunk has been almost entirely optimized and performs excellently in 2024. Here was where I noticed the smallest difference. On my hardware, it was practically as if I were recording the game without the mod installed. Both the performance and graphic quality are the same. As the mod ensures it works on Alan Wake 2, I couldn't get it to work in any version of the mod I had. The game simply crashed on startup. Since this is a paid mod, I can't provide it here, but you can find it on our Discord. The link is in the video description. And that's it for the video. If you want me to test to see what limit I reach with the GTX 970, leave your comments. Until the next video.
I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.